of day you watch this, we want to say greetings to you and all your loved ones. On behalf of us from Youth Vision Promotions, and welcome to the Village Unites conversation. This is going to be our last conversation about promoting and encouraging everyone to come out on March 28th to the Save Lives Festival where the Village Unites. We're going to go through who's going to be there, um, the importance of the village, and we also have to take a moment of silence again. Last week, when we had come up, we had a moment of silence for one of Bermuda's, I want to say one of Bermuda's best and most renowned journalists in Sheila Wilson, and we spoke about her skills, and we spoke about why each one of us are important, and we spoke about what makes us important, and what makes us significant, and what makes us who we are, and what God gave us, and that each one of us has something to offer this world. Before we leave, we don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. We don't know what news we can get tomorrow. And so it's important that we utilize our skills and our talents before we go. Let's not take it for granted. The time that we're given, the talents we're given, the skills we're given. Let's not take it for granted that we can help someone else. Let's not take it for granted that God's gave us another day for us to utilize the skills that He has given us. So, having said that, this week, right after our show last week, we got news of a passing, another brother, another Bermudian, another person who, in their own right, they are a street legend. And anyone that's ever touched the streets, ever knows what the streets, knows the name of Wilton Woolridge. But let me tell you that he is missed, he is loved, he is appreciated. You know, I've known Wilton for since I was about 5 years old, having been born on Devil's Hill and grew up in Devil's Hill when I was younger, spent a lot of time in Devil's Hill when I was younger, you know. Played cricket against Wilton, played cricket with Wilton when I was 5, 6 years old. Ron Devil's Hill, I played for Cleveland. My first time playing for cricket clinic, as we used to say, cricket clinic. You know, first cricket clinic was Davos Hill, was Cleveland underneath Peter Philpott. So I'm just reminiscing real quick because these are the things that we remember about people after they go, you know, when they pass on. And they remember the skills that they have, remember the talents they have. And like I say, no, that Wilton was a good cricketer. He came from a Woolwich family. He came from Flats. So he ended up playing cricket against Woolwich, Wilton. I think he played for Flats in junior county. So, you know, as we got older, and I was much younger than Wilton, so I'm 5, 6 years old. This is about 10 years old. So, you know, we played competitively. And I can tell you now that Wilton had a skill. Wilton had a skill of playing cricket. He came from a cricket family. And so it's important that we utilize that skill to help someone else. Milton could have coached young people in cricket if he wanted to. You know, that's how good he was at the skill that he was given. And I can tell you now that Milton's known for his charisma. Milton had a smile. Everywhere he went, he smiled. You know, you always saw him smiling. From miles along, you could see Milton miles from far. And you knew his smile. You knew his stocky build. You knew his height. He picked them out from far. You know? And so I just want to remember, we're going to take 30 seconds to just remember the life of Brother Wilton Woods. The last time I saw Wilton was in England. He actually bought the magazines. We did magazines. I remember when I first came out of Youth Vision Promotion, put on magazines and all that type of stuff, relocating magazines. And I needed someone to bring him back from Bermuda, so I ended up seeing Wilton. And he's like, you know what family, right? It's like, yeah, you know what family, right? I'm like, yeah, man, my peoples are related to the Woolridges and Flats, whatever. He said, no, I'm from Harlem. I'm my grandpa and all that. I think grandpa and grandma are from up Harlem. So we didn't even know who people are. We know that we're connected to people. And I ended up asking them to bring the magazines back and hold a second thought. Wilton bought the magazines from England to Bermuda for me. So that was the last time I saw Wilton, man. Was out here in England, the UK, and he bought the magazines back. So we have a special place in our heart for Cousin Wilton, and all of his family, all of theirs that are his loved ones, everyone that's connected to him in any way, shape, or form, through friends, family, in any type of relationship. We want to heal our hands and our heart. I'm going to take 30 seconds to just remember the life of Milton Forge. And our 30 seconds is going to start right about now. Bang. To Cousin Milton, his family, we just want to send our condolences to his close family and friends. Now, people, let's not take it for granted. If we have a skill, that we can help our young people. Tonight, we're supposed to have our guest, Mr. Cush Evans. We're waiting for him. If he doesn't come up, then we're gonna rule one. So for those that know Cush Evans is a local entertainer. He's traveled the world, um, and he has look at this, and he has come back to Bermuda, and he had a show recently. I think he had a couple of shows recently that he was actually involved in, and so they're actually watching it live. What's still live? Push yeah, sorry. I'm just responding
Okay, cool,
to the
cool.
message now. So we're live up on Facebook too, but we got a different look in our background and all that.
Okay, okay. Where's the link, Croc? If you could send it so I could share with some people. Some people want to join. You have
so
any
if I
link
send
or
you the link is on my Facebook page live. It should be on my Facebook page live radio.
okay.
And I think that it does the let's see here. Iman, you want to join? Iman, you could join us too, man. Please, if you want, you could join us as well. We got Iman in the backwards. We want to make sure that this is live, Kazi, so that way we can have others join in. And somebody else, see the link that you get, the link that I gave you, the link I gave you,
Mm-hmm.
Push, that links can bring people
Yeah.
straight to us. So if you gave somebody that link, and that came up,
Mm-hmm.
and that came straight on live. So yeah, these the people that are live, but it should be on my Facebook live. I'm looking her now. Iman, can we
Okay.
confirm that this is live on Facebook?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Okay.
you
Okay.
are live. Yeah, live. It's live.
All right. It should be live on Facebook. So anybody that's watching this, it should be live on Facebook. Um, if it's not live on Facebook, just give us a heads up, let us know, and we'll correct it. But it's
It's
actually
live. It's live.
live, and it should be live on my Facebook. So they'll
Cool.
let you know. They should let you know. All right. So we're joined by our special guest. I'll just introduce you. Welcome to Mr. Cush Evans, one of Bermuda's leading entertainers. This is his world of entertainment, singing. This is world of, you know, that performance arts is his world. He is a performing artist. So we want to welcome Cush because we asked him if he'll be a part of this Saving Lives Festival. And without a second thought, the brother had accepted it. Not only has accepted it, but has also connected us to other local entertainers. So we want to thank Cush. We want to like really let him know how much we appreciate the work that he does.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of skills, Cush has a skill, and hopefully he can give us a little sample of his skill before we get off for Earth. We're in here for about
Mhm.
a half an hour, bro. But we want to get in. Let's talk
Yeah.
about who inside the village, clear your throat, and let people know
Mm-hmm.
what they're about to hear if they come shoot on March the 28th. Man. So
Yeah,
much
man.
love, my brother. Much love, man. And welcome to
Yeah,
the
man.
vibes.
Much love, much love. Thanks a lot, Croc. Man.
Yeah, man. Who is Cush Evans? Like, read how you came up. Who's your peoples? Let's do the Bermuda Dean real quick. We got a
Okay.
half an hour, man. So let Cush Evans here.
Okay. All
Real
right.
quick.
I think you gave me a pretty good introduction so far. My family pretty much. But my mom's Jamaican. But my mom's named Erica. My mom's from Town, Erica Thomas, and my dad is Corey Evans. So the Evanses, the Hollandses, the Spences, uh, of my family, and some of the Mallorys as well. So you might know my granny's name. She's passed away, Jen Mallory. She used to sell this little, the Rasta lady used to sell the knickknacks and stuff in the bags on Court Street, right at the entrance.
Um,
That's my nana. So, that's my family.
um,
But yeah, me pretty much, like you said, recording artists, performing artists, music, entertainment is my thing, and I'm really just here to, offer what I can, try to be as productive as possible, and just, kind of set a standard for entertainment and for people just using their talent and their own skill for, to impact the world and just your community itself, because everyone has their own set of skills or their own individual talent that, can provide some sort of value, even in
yeah,
this type of space of what we got going on.
um, so like singing is not for everybody. Not that do you think that anybody could just sing and get on stage and perform and stand in front of
Oh boy.
people and get happy? You know what I mean? Like let
Yeah,
people know
yeah,
what it's like, man, so we can
yeah.
appreciate the skill that you
I,
have. What is it like
I
singing on a
mean,
stage?
yeah, you're right. Singing is definitely not for everybody. Everybody could sing, but not everybody could sing well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and then the other thing is like there's a lot of pressure. It's pressure when you get on stage. You have to rehearse. And most of the work, we was just talking about it with our team before we done the Valentine show. Like all the work is done before the night of the show. You know what I
mm,
mean? All the days and the weeks before and the nights that nobody sees all add up to when you're there in the moment. And it's not easy at all, especially in Bermuda, where our crowd is very particular because we're very familiar with one another. So
yeah,
our crowd can be really critical, and it takes a lot of preparation. Some people might, some people that know me well, they like just think like, oh, you could do it. You do it all the time. It's easy. You ain't gotta practice and just go up there and do it. But no, I rehearse over and over and over and over and over again. Go over every word, every line, every moment. So it takes a lot of work. And my favorite word right now for this year is discipline. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the key for me.
yeah. So when you rehearse, like, do you have one band, one set of people you rehearse with, or is it different people that you rehearse with? And you know what I mean? Can you just work with anybody, or are you familiar with it in a band? You know what I mean? And people that you're used
Um,
to. Like, how does that work for you? For you?
yeah, I think it depends on the event most of the times, because I do a lot of like a lot of ones where it's individual where it might be just me, or but I tend to like work with some of the same people, but I'm always working with new people. But I like to
Yeah,
stick to the same core group of people. I'm working with this band Grassroots, the Grassroots band. They done my Valentine's show last year. They done it this year. They're doing another show with us in March 7th for Mickey's event.
mm,
So, those are my guys that I usually, go to, my go-to type of guys. So I try to, stick to the same unit so we can build that type of chemistry. We start to understand each other a bit. But I'm always interested in like, there's always someone new that's coming out, or someone new that's a musician or a singer, and always trying to
mm,
connect us to each other because there's gaps between us, you know, in the
yeah.
industry.
Big up to grassroots and the band members.
Yeah, man.
So when you go through, the ups and downs, man, we need a village. We need people to encourage us at times. It's or when you're starting out, you know what I mean. You know,
Yeah,
when you go through those lonely times, and singing is a personal thing. It's not really a team sport. You know what I mean.
yeah,
Sometimes you're traveling, man, you're on your own, bro. It
yeah,
doesn't depend on others all the time, so it can be a lonely
yeah.
journey from observation. But like, who's your team? Who's your village? And let people know the importance of the motivation, and or even when you first started, like, who's your village, man, and the importance of keeping on
Yeah.
during the tough times.
Yeah. I think right now, I have a good group of people that I work with, including the grassroots band and my Gas On Entertainment team that started from Sargasso and creating the song for Sargasso. That's my main village right now. That team really has my back, So that's one of my core support systems, along with like family and friends. And I think sometimes we take for granted the importance of our contribution as like family members and friends. It's the little things, and it's all the little people that's right next to you and around you. And then sometimes you get so used to people like me like doing stuff and hitting numbers or getting results that you forget like you guys are part of me getting these results. And my auntie that's right here and my uncle that's right here, like if you don't share it, then it doesn't reach those other people that don't know me. So the community is really you know a big part of my village, and trying to be a voice for the people when it's good and when it's bad. You know what I mean? So
For real, bro.
I think that's for me. My the people closest to me, not taking for granted the value of the effort and the contribution to what I do.
Yeah, man. Right now, bro, it's another little Kush coming up, man. It's some little youth man that's singing in the class when the teacher's telling
Yeah,
him to keep quiet. And his in his mind, you know what I mean? His already on
yeah,
stage, like, his mind,
yeah,
his one. He ain't worrying about
yeah.
schoolwork or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Or he might, get into schoolwork. But there's somebody now that loves singing and probably
Yeah.
entertaining and putting on the show. Like what you say to the youth there, man, and what you say to
I mean,
the village, like, you know what I mean? The people that's telling the
I
people.
mean, I can relate so well because I used to get myself into trouble at school sometimes.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and I didn't know that I was an entertainer, but I was skipping my work, ignoring the teacher, and making my classmates laugh all the time. I was
Yeah,
doing little freestyles in the back of the class, rapping while I'm
yeah,
supposed to be working and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
yeah, you can see it, right? So he's gotta be true to himself and be he or she is. And then we
Yeah.
have to get behind, we have to understand that not everyone learns the same and not everyone's the same. And especially people who are entertainers, most of us don't really fit into the typical mold all the time, because our lives are like this. Creative people are like this instead of
Yeah, for real, bro.
straight
For
lines.
real.
So, you gotta let him be yourself, but like foster the talent early and foster the desire to, express himself, especially being a young male in this type of day
Mm,
where they might feel like their voices are being muted, or like they don't want to say too much, or, be out of place or be too much. So we just gotta like foster that talent and understand that, is a lot of times is a talent hidden behind all that extra activity. And that smart child with that extra mouth could be the next speaker or the
yeah,
next
man.
Desmond
For
Crockle.
real,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
For
So
real,
we gotta
bro.
we
Just
gotta
be
try
talking
to
about that. Yeah, so tell me that real quick, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but
uh
because I'm trying to remember it. We were just talking
yeah,
about that with Iman, right? That there's a child that has all this energy. You know what I mean? Like all this energy, right? Like it's hard for the
yeah,
teacher to control that content. But that child's
yeah,
got so much potential, man. Like if
yeah,
they was
yeah,
just to channel it, like, they have so much potential. And I didn't even want to slip that in there because you were just saying it, right? Like that I was in class, man, singing and but that was what was in you.
yeah,
Like that was a skill that was given to you. You know what I mean? Not
yeah,
everybody's can sing, So I just wanted to say that to anybody that's watching, because a child's a lot of energy, man. That's the child that needs something to do. Like that's the child that
yeah,
like give them something to do,
yeah,
man. Don't just tell them
yeah,
they're not good enough and they have to do a test and they got to sit there and
yeah,
read the book. They need something
yeah,
to do. You know what I mean, bro?
yeah.
What's in Bermuda,
Literally.
man? What's in Bermuda for entertainment? Like what's in Bermuda that's helping entertainers? Like, are we
Uh,
producing
mhm.
the best we can do, man? What advice would you give, to the
I think
entertainment industry?
I think we're producing. I think we're and I don't think we're producing our best, but I think we're trying our best. So I
Mm,
think you guys, it's just areas that we have to improve on. We have to improve on as entertainers and as individuals, our own level of discipline and professionalism, and then we also have to improve how we work together as musicians and as
mm,
DJs and as promoters. You know what I mean? To get people who are crazy talented in the right spaces to, represent themselves and represent us. So I think there's, certain levels of professionalism that we all have to hold ourselves to. And there's always these small details like showing up on time to your gig and, having your music ready or having the right amount of microphones or, there's things like minimize the errors because you're always going to have a mistake when you perform. That's what I tell myself before I go up. Something's gonna go wrong. I'm gonna forget a word, forget a note, something I'm gonna
yeah,
go flat here, something's gonna go wrong. So
mm,
you just want to mitigate the amount of mistakes that could happen and just try to work together. So with my like the gas on entertainment that we're doing now, it's really all local artist lineups. Everything's a local artist lineup, and we're connecting artists that have been here for years of artists that are just starting too. So like we had this year, we had like Princess Black and River, who are
yeah,
seasoned and been doing it before I've been doing it. And then you have people like Pierre, who started more recently, and Suave and Damaro, people who are just, not just coming onto the scene, but really getting their feet in the space nowadays. So we're just trying to connect, the artists in that way. And then I have like a million ideas in my head of ways to try to connect,
mm,
you know,
yeah,
the artists to each other. So I think that's a key element of us, working together, becoming a community, investing in each other.
mm. Bermuda, this is our leading entertainer. You can hear how invested he is in the entertainment, into just helping others, into recognizing, the talents of others and trying to get us to utilize our skills. Brother, before we get out of here, man, two things.
Hmm.
What can people expect on March 28th when you're up there on stage and we got all these little youths and we got parents and some may have heard of you, some may not have heard of you, some, you know what I mean, may love you, like some
Yeah,
may be like, yeah, man, I can't wait to hear Push, you know. I
yeah,
went to his show the other night and I'm looking forward to seeing you again, like, what
yeah,
can people expect from you, man, as an entertainer?
yeah. For me, I always try to be professional as possible, and just I always try to like connect with the crowd and engage with the crowd wherever they're at. Whether it's an older crowd, people my age, or people younger. Try to have a bit of connectivity where I'm not just out there performing, but
Mm,
it almost becomes like we're singing together or we're performing together
mm,
instead of just you witnessing the performance. To try to make it an experience where we're all taking in the music and the meaning of the songs and the meaning of community all in one. You know what I mean? I think
mm.
that's it.
And lastly, my brother, I hope that you cleared your throat, man. Because I heard you spitting a little freestyle. I heard you spitting a little freestyle earlier, like in social media. You know what I mean? So,
Uh,
I need you to drop a little 1 minute. I know they do 16 bars or something. That's
that's
my head.
funny.
But yeah,
Um,
yeah, man, give us a little taste, just a little sample of something, man. It could be any song that we're all familiar with, something everybody can sing. When those that are listening know, sing along if you know this song, people. You know what I mean?
okay,
Yeah, man.
okay. Let me
Give us a little
let me
something,
think.
bro.
Let me think of something. Let me think of something. Um,
Yeah, man. In the meantime, people, I want to say thank you very much. I know that this is almost a half an hour going already, but I want to say thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, we got Kush out here. And if you don't know this song here, people,
there
you're
we go.
listening now. You know what I
There we
mean?
go.
I want everybody to understand that this man represents us. So when you
Burning
come
love.
hey, yo, when you come March 28th, and when you bring your dancing shoes, and when you bring your Bermuda vibe, and when you bring your Bermuda love, because we are going to be um, marinated by the brother Cush Evans. And this is him
Yes, sir.
celebrating all the shoes. After he sings
Yeah.
like After he sees life, after he sees life for a couple seconds. Couple seconds. Yeah, we can get him after here. But that's just a taste
Yeah.
of who Kush is and what is about the Barmy love, the Barmy vibe. It's all about the village uniting. And this gonna give us a little something live.
Okay, I muted my mic, so I hope I get the right key right. It says, what would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me. That's it off. That's it off. Yeah, I sing that
Yes,
one at
brother. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Yes,
the
brother.
show. I sing that
I
one.
will stand up, man, but I'm gonna knock down the game there. Yes, standing ovation, everybody. Looking forward to see you. My brother Kush, give thanks, man. From the first time I
Respect.
called you people until
Respect.
today, man. This guy has been like right there and his shit, the same smile, the same vibe, the same energy. So
Mhm, mhm.
we'll see him March 28th. Look forward to seeing him on stage. Come out, everybody. Bring your dancing shoes, man, because we're gonna be entertained. Much love and respect, my brother. And I'll talk to you
Respect,
soon,
God.
man. Much love. Yes. Thank
Yes,
you to
man.
Iman in the background, Iman, the producer there. We want to say thank you to Iman, who is in the back doing his engineering.
Yeah, man.
Much love and
Bless,
respect.
bless.
You know, this is Iman, everybody. His doing his thing in the background, man. And we want to thank him for bringing us this platform. We want to say to everyone that we all have a skill. We're going to we're going to support our young people with the skills that they have. We just heard Cush Evans talking about the performance arts skill. And it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of time. It takes people. It takes motivation. It takes encouragement. It takes, his village to encourage him and motivate him to help him practice. And, you know, he wants to help the next generation. And it's talking about connecting generations. Those that were in entertainment before him, those that are in entertainment after him. And that was just a quick 20-minute conversation. We encourage you to come out on the 28th of March and have a conversation with Push. You know, if you're a little singer, if you're an entertainer, talk to someone that's been there. Talk to someone that understands what it's like being in class and they know that they have a melody in their ear and they're singing because they know that they are imagining themselves on stage at 12 years old. 20 years later, he's actually on stage. You know what I mean? 20 years later, you're actually entertaining people, just like you thought you was gonna do in school. So you have a skill. What is your skill? What are you gonna help someone else with? I want to thank Coach Evans again for coming up and sharing his knowledge and wisdom and burning love with us. I want everyone to have a peaceful week. Be careful out there. Be safe out there. Celebrate your Burmy love. Share your Burmy love. See you on March 28th. Help a young person nurture their skills. Show love to someone today. And we say thank you very much. We see you again. Lord willing. This is the last live conversation for the month of February. We may have one more just before the event. So we want to thank everyone that has joined us for these full conversations over the last few weeks. I want to thank Iman. I want to thank the young people that have participated previously. I want to thank all of those that had supported us last week when we had spoke up last week. We want to remember the life of Sheila Wilson, who touched Bermuda. We want to remember the life of Brother Wilton Woolridge. He touched the lives of everyone that he came in contact with. Remember this, one day it's going to be our turn. One day it's going to be our last day. What have you done with your life while God's blessed you long enough? Who have you helped? Who have you changed? Who have you helped to nurture their skills, talents? Remember the story real quick. Remember the story about the businessman that gave his servants talents. If everyone had a different level of talents, everyone had a different talent. You don't have the same talent. You can't compare the person that has one talent with the person that has 5 talents. What has he given you? Remember the whole purpose of your story. If you don't use it, I'm gonna take it from you. You would have that talent in you all your life and watch other people use their talents and complain about how I'm not feeling like I'm living my purpose. We only come this way once. Use your talent. Use it. Whatever God's gave you. Thank you to Cush for using his talent to touch lives. Thank you to Iman for using his academic talents. Iman is a scientist. Iman is a thinker. Iman is an observer. Is an analytical thinker. Brings this whole platform to us. Thank you, because that takes a skill. Not everyone has the skill to sit there and analyze academics, break down how people learn, how people can learn, different ways of them learning. There's skills that we bring together, that we need to bring together if we're going to see a better Bermuda. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you to Cush. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to our backroom staff. And we look forward to seeing you all March 28th. Francis Patton Primary School Field from 12 to 6 p.m. Get your tickets early. Tickets are only $10 at ptix.bm. Tickets, they will be $15 at the gate. We're not breaking the bank, but we need to see you there. We have to pay for all of this. We have to pay for a lot of stuff. We have to pay for the flights. We have to pay for the banners. We got to pay for everything, the websites. We got to pay for, the people to come. We need you. We need you. We need you. Our country needs you. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you again. Have a great week. As we get out of here, listen to the song of Mr. Cush Evans. Burning, burning love. Burning love. Burning, burning love. Everybody say, oh, 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 burning love. Let me hear you say, oh, burning love. Let me proud to be a gun day. Ooh, we gotta make it one day. From here on a Sunday. To wanna work up from there. I just wanna see you move. That's all I gotta do. I just wanna see you move. What are you doing? You gotta come to the Saving Lives Festival. Come to the festival to hear the rest of the song. Dance and dance and dance. Dance and dance. Have a great week.